What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the share button, and this is the Maker's Mindset. Thank you so much for taking your time to tune in. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do what you need to do. That is to hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and do share this video to other people so that they can also see it and catch on to the information that is being shared on this platform. So with me today, I am not alone. I am with an amazing guest. He's a songwriter, he's a rapper, an entrepreneur, and this list generally does go on and on. This man right next to me, his name is Tella Roze. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you so much. How you doing?
I'm good. It's an honor to have you on the show. I've been checking you out on the socials, seeing what you've been doing, and I was like, Maker's Mindset is the one platform that needs to have this young man on it.
100%. Thanks for having me. You guys are doing great.
Thanks, fam. So, before we get into the conversation of who Tella Roze is and how you started what you're doing now, I think it would be great to have some, icebreaker questions.
Yeah.
Now, it's important to break the ice because as much as this platform and this conversation is all about your story, the viewer would obviously like to know some more beyond the story. So maybe like what your favorite clothes to wear are, or it's the more personal things that you probably wouldn't share in a normal interview.
Yeah. I feel you.
You ready?
I'm ready. I'm down.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, being ready.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to pick one. What needed to happen was that these needed to be printed, and you had to pick one out. But could have, should have, would have is not what we do here. So I'm gonna read these out, right?
Let's go.
If you were to have a superpower, what would your superpower be and why?
If I were to have a superpower, my superpower would be like the ability to influence and like change the world. You feel me? Because with influence, you can actually get into people's minds and get them to change maybe their limiting beliefs, because I feel like a lot of limiting beliefs hold us back. I mean, like, obviously we're from an African nation. We obviously still have like generational curses that were like left behind by our, grandfathers, grand, you know what I'm saying? So if I had a superpower, it would definitely be of the one of influence, so that I can definitely get to change the minds of people and officially lead my African people to prosperity for sure.
So, well, as someone who has been following you for some time, hearing you say what you're saying now, Uguti, what you want or what your superpower would be is being influential. Would you say that you are influential yet, or is that something that you are working towards?
I mean, definitely I'm an influential person in so many ways. Yeah. But obviously I really do believe that there is room to grow and to improve, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, basically that's that.
Okay, I see you. So what book or movie that you've read or seen recently would you recommend, and why?
Okay, because I'm a reading person. I love reading, you feel me?
Aye.
So Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill would be the book that I'd recommend to people. Well, first and foremost, I really think that each and every one of us, like, the reason we working or do what we do is because we want like an income and money, Yes. So we just need to understand what money is, and the book really tells you what money is. It's like, value. You need to be able to create value, and you need to be of service. You need to obviously like find what's missing in a certain market. Find a problem, get to solve it with your product, and yeah, definitely. And also, just having to understand that we know that we operate on like instincts, and also like your senses, like touching, seeing, smelling, and but then we have higher faculties as well, like, which is your memory, your imagination, reasoning, your will. So the book will literally like teach you a lot about how to use those gifts that you have, which money can't buy.
Okay, that's some powerful stuff you've said right there. I hope you've caught on to it, because that's some life-changing content right there. Napoleon Hill is definitely an author to look at, and his content,
100%.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask you one more question, right?
Sure.
Would you rather be the funniest or the smartest person in the room?
Wow. I mean, damn. I'd rather be like smart,
Yeah, why?
Because, you know, when I'm smart, I believe that, you know, I can solve problems. I can be creative in terms of, you know, just
If that room catches fire, you're the one who's solving that problem.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So imagine the room is on fire, and I'm
Uyahleka.
like, I'm hitting the funniest joke, and everybody laughs
Dies.
and burns.
Basically.
So yeah, I'd rather be smart for sure.
I see you. I
Yeah.
see you. So that is where the icebreaker segment comes to an end, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Now we get into the conversation. We get into knowing Tella Roze, where he started. I'd like to know about the younger you. So let's start by getting your name, your real name, the one that's on the ID.
Yeah.
You know, that young boy. Where is he from? Where did he start for him to get to a point of becoming Tella Roze?
No, 100%. So my real name, the one on the ID, is Koketso Ricky Molepo.
Okay.
And I am originally from Limpopo. You feel me?
All right.
I mean, I was born in Johannesburg Hospital, and in '96, and then '97 I just moved to Limpopo.
Yeah.
And then I stayed there like for 10 years, stayed with my grandma and my sister while my mom was in Joburg hustling. Then I went to Mashawana Primary School. And it was very different from, like, you know, Johannesburg, because I was a kid walking barefoot, house no fence or no gate, you feel me? So it was crazy. No tap in the house. There's like a community tap. Take your wheelbarrow, go get water.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically where I'm from, Limpopo. Then moved to Johannesburg in 2007. And I moved to a Jewish area whereby, like, myself, I never knew like English when I moved to Glen Hazel.
Oh.
So it was just Pedi, and like I need to start speaking this language.
How old were you when this happened?
So I was like literally like 11 years old, 10 years old.
Before the music?
Yeah, before the music.
Okay.
11 years old, 10 years old. But the music has always been there because, you know, I've just been watching like movies like your High School Musical 2, 1 and 3.
Yeah.
You know, most influence came from like, you know, Justin Bieber. It's crazy, but like the reason Justin Bieber is because he filled up Madison Square Garden and he was young.
Yes.
And not so many people filled up Madison Square Garden because Madison Square Garden was filled by your people like Michael Jackson and all those people.
Yeah.
So I just loved, you know, the whole atmosphere and what was really, you know, happening, how he could like influence so many people, and people could like, you know, read or like just sing his songs, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
And went to Glen Hazel Primary School, then went to Sandringham High School, but the music started when I was in grade 7. That was 2010.
And how did that start? How did you get into that space? Or what triggered you to get bitten by the musical bug?
Great. So basically, I would listen to these artists, and I would like sometimes rap to their songs.
Okay.
And I had like guys in my area that were in like high school, like Northview High School, and I was still in primary. So they would like hit me up because they would hear me rap sometime, and they're like, "Yo, we're starting this crew. It's called the Satiric Crew, and would love to have you actually be part of it."
Yeah.
And yeah, I was a part of it. We went to record our first song. I was the youngest in the group, and with all proudness, I have to say that I beat all of them with my lyrics. So
Damn,
they really liked me from there.
You were the Beyonce of the Destiny's Child. Basically, you were the
Yes,
shining
ma'am.
star
Yes,
within.
ma'am. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'd love to say that, but they were also stars in their own way.
Of course. We don't want to block anyone's children out.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, so you started making music around then, right?
Yeah.
When did you start becoming professional about it? When did Uriki decide, Uguti, okay, now I want to make a project and either drop it on SoundCloud or File Host or whatever it was at the time when you dropped?
Yeah. So basically, this was grade 10, and that was 2013.
Yeah.
Then I decided to like, yo, I need to take this very, very seriously because I really like it, you know, and I'm good at it, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, 2013, let's get it going, and started like my first crew. It was Rich Empire. It was just 2 people, just me and my friend. and he's now in the USA. He moved to the US.
Yeah.
Then I was just left alone. I was like, what am I going to do? Then I started Game Changers.
Okay.
And that was in grade 11. I was with Tella Roze.
Yeah.
And we even got signed by Hip Rock Music. We got to share stages with your Questers, Kid X.
That's Rap
TLT,
Life, right?
yeah,
You worked with them?
Yeah, the Rap Life crew.
All right.
And then yeah, went to Rosebank College. Then me and my friend, like, you know, the duo that we had as Game Changers, we kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
And I decided to go solo, you know. And
Okay.
yeah, it's just been that journey.
What influenced the decision to go solo?
That's a good question. So basically, you know, our manager, Tony, the guy who signed us,
Yeah.
he was like, you know, losing ground, losing focus, and he was, you know, we were supposed to go to interviews, but sometimes he would, like, you know, show up late or
he
something
was
like
slacking
that.
on the
Yeah,
job.
he kind of got to slack as it went, you know.
Yeah.
So we're like, you know, this thing is not working, and we have like a 4-year contract, you know. So we just decided to take it null and void, and we had a page,
Yeah.
where we were all admins, me, Tony, and Kay Lorenzo, which really reached a lot of people, had a lot of followers.
Okay.
So we decided to remove Tony because he could remove us. So we already built this thing, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we removed that.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to just chill. Like, I wanted to, like, make music. If we're going to meet, let's make music. So he thought, like, my partner thought, like, you know what, maybe Ricky doesn't want to do this anymore with me.
Yeah.
And then he decided to remove me on the page. So I was like, nah,
Dang.
I can't trust this guy.
The
So
game is cold, bro.
it's so cold. Then yeah, that happened. I was like, yeah, you feel me? I can't trust this guy. So we just have to go our separate ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
So earlier on, you mentioned, Uguti, if you were to have a superpower, it would be influence, right?
Yeah.
When I was doing my research on you, who you are, the message that you're trying to put out there, your vision, and what Tella Roze is trying to do with his gift,
Yeah.
I came across, I actually came across this not only in your profile but also in your music video.
Yeah.
So there's a part that touches on how you want to basically work with the Jewish community.
Yeah.
And in your own words, I think you said something like, and make sure that all African people are prosperous.
Yeah.
I found that quite interesting. Even in the music video, there was a whole couple of, I don't know if it was a couple of seconds or a full minute, where there was a scene where they took the guy took the sporty
yarmulke
off your head.
Yeah.
Threw it on the floor, and then he put the other hat
The
on you.
yarmulke, yeah.
So please tell us about that. Like, what is that whole story about? We're sitting next to a black man, but he's talking about coming together with the Jewish community to make the African people prosperous.
Yeah.
Where's that from?
So, I mean, you know, me moving to the Jewish community, like, my mom is obviously like a domestic worker, right?
Yeah.
So she works for the Jews, and I just like being like, you know, observant, like everything they did, you know, how they talk with their children, what's happening, you feel me? To a point where, like, I came to a realization that, you know, there's something that's very, very unique about them, which if we got to learn from them, we'd also be as prosperous as they are.
What
You
is
feel
this
me?
unique thing, Tella Roze? I'm curious.
I mean, like, for example, the Jewish people have money, you know, and as they have money, but they would not have, like, buy a television in a house. So me, when I get a crib, I want to have a flat screen. You understand?
Yeah.
So they understand, like, you know, like, this thing programs a child.
Yeah.
If a child is young and maybe watching Generations with their fam and sees people kissing, you understand?
Yeah.
You know, that thing,
It influences them.
It influences them. Sees guns, they shooting.
Yeah.
You know.
Now when they're playing, it's break time. Pa, 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 pa.
So
Yeah.
and yeah, that was that. And also I saw that, you know, Jewish people they get a lot of anti-Semitic attacks. You know, it's like, you know, it's like racism to them, like anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
So I saw that in my community. I kind of saw that it kind of like they don't feel good with that. You know, they feel like everybody hates them and all that.
Which community is this?
The Jewish community.
Oh, okay. Did you
Yeah.
say my community? So when you say my community, you mean you're part of the Jewish community?
I mean, I'm part of the Jewish community, but I'm not Jewish. I'm a
Okay.
Christian.
Got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
But it's like, I don't want to say brotherhood, but you're one of them in a way. Like you're part of them, but you're not a Jewish yourself. You don't identify as one of them,
Yeah.
but you're part of them.
Yeah, I'm a part of them.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and I went to Chevra Kadisha. It's like, there are homes whereby, like, people with like disabilities, they take them there and stuff. So I went to like just volunteer and just to see what's happening.
Yeah.
But all of this, I'm doing it so that, my African people could also be looked at and be helped, And I just feel like, it makes sense like that.
So would you say that then you are using your music to be able to pass on this message of wanting your African people to be more prosperous? Is your music a tool for you?
Music is definitely a tool for me, but not necessarily for me to start speaking about Jews and blacks coming together in my lyrics.
Sure.
But it's because I go with a beat, like an instrumental. So if I love an instrumental, like it inspires me to write, you know?
Yeah.
And I just flow with the words. But then, yeah. Sorry, please say that question again. Like what you're really trying to ask, yeah.
So what I'm trying to understand basically is your music. Is your music a tool for you to pass on the message that you are trying to pass on? So the message of, well, not necessarily the Jewish community and whatnot, but I mean the message of empowering black people or the African community to be more prosperous and finding different ways to be more prosperous.
Exactly. So yeah, music is my tool to get the attention of my people. Because like, it's more than music. I do music with purpose.
Yeah.
So the big dream, like the end goal is for me to look like the African president, not like the South African but like an African president.
Yeah.
I've designed an African flag and I've designed...
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
The Yad.
Yeah. The Yad Foundation is the NGO, so it's going to be a platform to help those people who are previously disadvantaged, like our people, and Yad, Y-A-D, it stands for hand. It's a Hebrew word for hand.
Okay.
So, just incorporating all these Hebrew words and also doing it for my people, I'm sure, it's like 50-50. I'm doing something for them, I'm doing something for my people. And then, at the end of the day, we can just prosper. And prospering is not only money to me.
Yeah.
It's just knowing who you are, why you're here, and where are you going?
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people don't know who they are. They'll tell me their names, but that's not who they are.
Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just before we get to the end of our conversation, I think this question that I'm about to ask you is quite important, because as much as there are people that are tuned in right now and they know who Tella Roze is, they've been following you, they know what you're capable of musically and artistically and all that,
Yeah.
But for our new viewers who are introduced to you for the first time, who are going to watch your music video after this podcast, what would you, in your own words, say makes Tella Roze different? What makes you stand out? What is that thing, that element that is like, damn, this makes me Tella Roze? That. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have to like try hard to be different. What makes me unique is myself, like just me being me.
Yeah.
And obviously, what I have for the people. I don't think like other rappers think the way I think, So we all think differently, But just being myself, being who I am and who I represent, which is, village people, like rural boy. I look at myself as a rural boy,
Yeah.
I'm not like or I'm a kid from the village. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's who I am. That's what makes me different. And where I'm from, like, not many get the opportunities that I get. So I really wish that they could see this and think that it's possible to actually, make your dreams come true, or whatever you want in life. As long as you put your mind to it and you imagine it, see yourself, connected with the emotion, And yeah, just understanding who you are, like your mind, how it works. So I understand how my mind works. So I guess that's what makes me different.
I get you.
Yeah.
All right. So what we need to do right now in this conversation is just like get into what project you're working on right now, because obviously, yes, we're going to watch your music video after this, but what else can we expect from you? Are we expecting visuals? Are we expecting a project or anything like that?
Of course. I mean, like, look, I'm very excited for the future, you feel me? So you know, the fans should check out my EP. I've released an EP already on all music platforms.
Sure, what's it called?
It's called Joburg City Life.
Joburg City Life, got you. Okay.
Joburg City Life. So all they gotta do is to just, you know, search Tella Roze. They don't have to get links. It's just TELLA space ROZE, and then they'll find my music just everywhere and anywhere. So if they prefer Spotify or iTunes or YouTube, they can just search that name. And so the EP is out, and it's very, very exciting. I'm getting very good feedback from that.
We love to hear that.
And I'm working on, obviously, you know, an album. You know, I have a name for it, but right now we'll just let it be a mystery for now.
Ooh, okay, because I was about to say, what's the name?
Yeah. So, and also getting to collaborate with many artists, you feel me? Like, you know, I've been having a lot of chats with like your Big Zulu, you feel me? Your Blackie as well. We were together at Cotton Fest as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it's also unfortunate. R.I.P. to Costa, we had a lot of things that we were actually getting a plan on, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you can just expect that from me going forward, and you know, just being on billboards, traveling the world.
Yes, sir.
And just, putting South Africa on the map and Africa as a whole, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have any final words for any creatives or artists that might be tuned in right now? Whether it might be a creative who's still looking to start, or someone who has just started, or even someone who's established but is looking for that fresh perspective.
Yeah. Do I have any advice for them?
Yeah, even if it's not advice, like parting words, you know, but that's low-key advice, actually.
I mean, you know, for someone that has not made it and they want to get into the industry, and I would just say, look, believe in yourself, okay?
Yeah.
And, you know, write down your goals, like put them down on paper. Don't just have them in your head, like I wanna, you know. And when you write down your goals as well, like put it in the present tense. Don't, like, for example, if you want a car, don't say I want a car, like just say I am driving a C63 AMG.
Live in
by
it.
the end of, you know, November 2023, and just be specific about it. And so that's it. Like, just believe in yourself, you know, just write down your goals, put them down on paper, and also, like, you know, just reach out there for people, you know. There are people that want to help people.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you're not alone.
Okay, so I'm going to need us to do this. Now, please look into this camera, right?
Yeah.
I need you to speak to Tella Roze and basically congratulate him on his achievements. These are either achievements that may be on your profile or not, that maybe I have seen or not, you know, but then please congratulate him on his achievements and basically hype him for the next ones.
Okay, so to Tella Roze, congratulations to you, bro. You feel me? Wait, how should I congratulate myself?
Okay, so I'm proud of you. Okay, let's do it like this, right? So what have you achieved recently? Let's use one of the things.
Okay.
Or you dropped your music video last month.
Yeah.
We can use that as an example.
Okay.
Okay. So hey yo, Tella Roze, man, You've been doing this thing and you finally dropped that music video. You met this person, you worked with Ubanbani, you did this, you did that, and we didn't think it would be possible, or maybe we did. We didn't know it would come now, but it's here now. So shout out to you, Tella Roze. You did the most, and keep going.
Wow, this is so creative and so unique. Yeah.
Right.
I feel you. All right. Look, man, Tella Roze, you've come a long way, man. You know what I'm saying? You are able to get in contact with people that, you know, so many are not able to be in contact with. You know, you've established your company, you know, and it's doing very, very well. Rose and Pie Entertainment. You've signed your first artist, Karabo Masemola, great singer. And yeah, you've dropped your EP like you said you would, you know. So very, very proud for you, boy, and you're doing great, man. Shout out to you. And I know that everybody who wants to hear your music, they'll find it on all platforms, which, you know, it's not easy for so many.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know that your social handles for Instagram is Tella_Roze, man. TELLA_ROZE. It's with the Z, man. The last alphabet, you already know.
Love it. I was actually about to even get to okay, so where can we find you on the socials? But my man over here knows exactly what needs to happen.
For sure.
Tella Roze, thank you so much for joining us, fam. But then before I say goodbye, I just need to tell the viewer something, Nim.
Yeah.
So listen, my viewer, just for the next episode and the episodes that are coming up, if you'd like to find yourself featured here on The Maker's Mindset, please send an email to sharebuttonceo@gmail.com. Otherwise, send us a DM at The Share Button on Instagram and on Facebook at The Share Button Media, just so that you can find yourself right here in the seat like Tella Roze. Tella Roze, once again, thank you so much for joining us, bro.
Thank you for having me, man. I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, thing, Mara, this couch is
yeah.
We're not doing that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's all love for me. Thank you so much for the team. Thank you so much for your team for coming through. And for the man over right behind the camera, making sure that we do the things. Catch him on State of the Game podcast right here on YouTube. Much love from us. Bye.
G5.